Hello everyone, it's Sean. I'm back. Sean from Sean's Toy Room this time, and I'm here to show you the figures I bought at the Brockville Toy Show and the Walmarts en route, plus the flea market, of course. Of course, the first two figures I bought at that flea market were the Geordi LaForge figure from Star Trek Generations, wearing the proper movie uniform, but you'll notice, unlike Scotty, he doesn't actually have the Generations card back, you see? But I can keep this Scotty in card. However, I might open him just to put him next to Kirk from Generations, although that'll be the Captain Kirk to stand with the Enterprise A, just like with Captain Spock. I'm going to see if I can get back far enough to show off the poster, because he gave out the free posters at the booth, and this is something that I'm thinking of maybe getting William Shatner to sign at the convention. I have to get it flat enough so that it can be framed properly for that occasion. But there's the Enterprise, and you can see 1995 from AMT Ertl, so it's in pristine condition. It has the ship, it has the shuttle, it has the plans of the bridge, so you can see there. Now he has a railing behind him, so I don't know if that's the Star Trek 6 plan. Because you see those side sections? I don't think those side sections were there except in Star Trek 2. So you have to wonder if this is actually a Star Trek 2 bridge, but you can see everything labeled. So science section number 12. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, the way the chairs look, they almost look like the Star Trek 4 chairs. That could be it. That could be the explanation. All right, so it should still fit in its tube, hopefully. And if it doesn't, well, it doesn't. Okay. So you've seen the two Next Generation figures, so I could have put them somewhere. Yeah, I'm running a bit out of room. There. I already took the thumbnail for this video earlier, so don't have to worry about that. All right, let's see what else I found. So you have the episode 2 figures. So you have Poe. We'll see if the helmet's removable or not. And you have Finn, what Poe renamed him after he was FN2187. Now you have to wonder if the actors probably posed for these displays here. Now that's episode 7. I'm going to have to put it on the backup Star Wars shelf with my other episode 7 figures. So let's shift Boba over a little bit. Let's see if I can get Finn, well, put Poe behind him. Finn is more the star of the sequel trilogy, along with Rey. Oh, he's falling over. Give me 1 minute. Not staying upright. Oh, there you go. Hopefully he's not going to fall over. Okay. Now you get into the Mandalorian figure. I found another one. This is a retro version of Moff Gideon. I have a regular version of him, but this is the retro one. And you can see he's holding the Darksaber, I think. You have another episode Power of the Force figure. So this is Chewie with his bowcaster. And then you see, right beside him, you have 3PO in his disassembled state from The Empire Strikes Back. So it seems to me I might be able to actually put him with the Cloud City playset. And there's the Luke I had and the Han I had way back then. This is probably 1995. Now, this 3PO looks like he's a 1997. There you go. Just didn't have him. And see, they started to restore the proportions of the figures to make them look better. I'll just put him up on the shelf. Another 20th anniversary Clone War figure. This time with a removable helmet, and if you look closely, you can see how closely his face resembles the actor who played Jango Fett, the clone trooper template in Attack of the Clones, and later on that same actor, Temo Morrison, played Boba in the Book of Boba Fett. Haven't seen any figures yet from the Book of Boba Fett. I don't think I have one from there. But at least you have, so you now have 3 Clone Wars figures. One that says 50th Anniversary Lucasfilm, and another that says, well, the other 2 say 20 years of the Clone Wars. Oh, dear me. All right. They're the exact same figure. I have 2 of the exact same figure, so if anyone out there is looking for one, I can sell them a duplicate. I can have one on its card and one to open. That's good. That's fun. I want to do it that way. That really makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. So let me just put everything away and I'll be right back. You know, if I look at the card back, this might be the only figure released for the 20th anniversary Clone Wars. So it's a good thing I have 2. One to open, one to display. Bah, not on the Cloud City playset, of course. But you can see how there's room for 3PO and Chewie. That completes the set. And if I find a Cloud City Trooper, you know, Lando's assistants, I'll put one of them up there too. Alright, then back to the final figures. So you have a vintage Episode 1 Boss Nass. Captain Tarpals. The one who shocked with his electropole. He shocked Jar Jar Binks when he first showed up. And of course you have, oh dear, hope I don't mangle the spelling, Ki-Adi-Mundi with lightsaber. There he is from Episode 1. The one who said your thoughts dwell on your mother when he met Anakin in the Jedi Council chamber when they were seeing if Anakin was worthy of being it. And of course, after a ton of looking, you finally found 2 Darth Maul figures. You have Tatooine Darth Maul. You don't know it's a saber staff yet. And you have Darth Maul as he looked during the Battle of Naboo. So, you see, you can remove that blade so it looks like he's just holding one saber again. But it can be formed into the saber staff. And you can see the hole there where that blade will click in and truly make it a Sith saber staff. So that's perfect. Those are the 4 Episode 1 figures I managed to get. I've been opening figures up quickly enough. I'm starting to come out from the wall a bit, so the floor space is getting a bit eaten into. But that's why I do unboxings, so that I can open up the figures and I build the construct shelves and everything. So just one more Star Wars figure, and this is a smaller 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figure. It deliberately looks distressed, but it is a retro version of Luke. You see how the pommel and the blade of his lightsaber are the same color. He does have his black glove, of course. And you know what? Even though he's a retro style, he does look like Luke, although his hair seems a bit lighter. And he is from 2023. Alright, so that's all the Star Wars figures. Now we'll get into the Disney Centennial Hot Wheels. You can see what I'm having to do with the Star Wars figures that are carded. I'm having to start laying them on top of each other. But don't worry. See, I've started opening up the figures here. You have 2 Anakins, Obi-Wan from Episode 2, and Mace Windu from Episode 2. Now we get into the Centennial Hot Wheels. So I only have 2 of the fancy ones. But you can see the Disney 100 symbol there. This is number 2 of 5, the Alice in Wonderland van. Eco Delivery, okay. You could see the others. And the other one I have is number 5 of 5, which is the Dream Van. And it has, I believe that's Nemo. It's neat how they integrate the picture into the thing. But you know it's metal, and because it's premium. But these Centennial Hot Wheels, I'm never going to open them. I'm only going to keep them carded forever. All right, so then you have number 1 of the other one, 77 Dodge van. Blue wheels. There are the figures on them. Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil, Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, and... oh god, I forget the cat's name. Silly me. There's number 2. That's Wile E. Coyote, almost dressed up as Batman, as you can see. And that vehicle is Fandango. You can see that here. And of course he has Acme. It's always showed up in the cartoons. 100 years of Warner Brothers. Really? And 100 years of Disney? Well, that's neat. A double branding. That's impressive. Well, I guess Bugs Bunny and everything wasn't Disney. You're right. It's amazing they turned 100 in the same year. 2023? Well, actually, wait a minute. That says 2021. The Disney one says 2022. Okay, so they are from different years. Interesting. Just didn't get them at the Canadian Walmart until now. And there is the Casablanca, let me guess, Ford Coupe. Okay, I thought it was an Auburn, but not quite. Ford Coupe. There you go. All right, that's good. Well, it's nice to have Centennial Hot Wheels anyway, and that's rounds out the video for this week. So next week it's either going to be more unboxing of Star Wars, or I might actually start opening up some Mega Construx figures and building some of the sets. Because yes, they make a nice backdrop for the filming table. You can see how big the table is here, but I do need to start opening that, which I'm going to open, to create more room on the shelves for the figures to actually stand, you know, just like I did with the Motu Origins. Because as you can see, everything is starting to spread out from the shelf onto the floor. And I just realized I didn't even clean up the plastic from the last time. Look at this. The last figures I opened. There. And I still have to, when I build the Reliant, I still have to open Con. So that is all for now for Sean's toy room. You can see the shelf displays here, the Motu Origin shelf, the Motu Vintage shelf, totally vintage now, managed to get Snake Mountain up there successfully, the Star Wars shelf, the Star Trek shelf, there's the carded forever Captain Kirk figure, so it'll either be the print or it'll be the figure. I get him to autograph. They're both from about the same year. Oh, Anakin fell over. Just a moment. There you go. Lean him up. And of course you have assorted figures down here. Super 7, Generations, etc. Star Wars, there's more Star Wars down there. And of course you've already seen the Air Raiders shelf. Most of the figures from my childhood. There's the new comics I bought that my friend Stu draws the covers for. So you have the Action Comics 1000. There's his logo. And of course you have the Amazing Spider-Man variant edition. He draws them all himself. He even has business cards now. And this is pretty well the episode 1 and 2 carded Star Wars shelf, at least for now. And you saw how some of the figures have spread out on the floor. But the good thing is, having a lot of things to open, I will have a lot of content for this toy channel over the coming weeks, months, and quite possibly years. Vintage shelf is full, so there won't be anything more I really collect. Besides, you've got a He-Man on Battle Cat, you've got a Skeletor on Panther, you've got both a Castle Grayskull and a Snake Mountain, even though both are incomplete, but I'm happy with them as they are. And you've even got some vehicles and everything, so that's all for now. And it's a mystery to me what I'll do next week. Maybe I will open up the remaining figures that'll complete the Cloud City playset. I think that's going to be a good idea. and see if I can get the netting on 3PO around Chewie's arm so he can actually carry him. So that is